aboard! All aboard! Ah, well, hello there. So, you're getting on this train, huh? You know, I've been conducting this train for a good couple of years now. Been through a lot with her. I remember the "I got nothing up my butt" incident back in 2019. There was also the Florida man who threw a Bible at a police officer. Oh, and don't get me started about the year 2020. Oh, boy. Ah. So listen, if you're new here, I gotta read this piece of paper for you. It's sort of a legal thing, you know. Here we go. Warning. The following show may feature some adult language and adult scenarios that are not suitable for those under the age of 18 to 21 years old. If you are under this age, please consult your parents and or legal guardians for permission to listen to this show. Listener discretion is strongly advised. Well, with that out of the way, will you still be getting on? Excellent. Well, let me just punch your ticket for you. And welcome to Trademark's Trainwreck. Good evening, passengers, and welcome to tonight's episode of Trademark's Trainwreck, a show featured on Celestial Radio, all fandom, all the time. With me here tonight is qdHazen.
Of all the things that had to be shut down by winter weather, this isn't one of them.
We also have RandomGreymane.
Nobody made you dig out the train. I had to dig out the train, but no, you're complaining, okay? I had to dig out the train. What the hell?
And also the fangirl.
Pardon?
And also the fangirl who completely missed her fucking line.
I'm sorry. My brain is frozen.
I give a countdown.
Frozen.
I give a countdown. We'll start recording in 3, 2, 1. Wait, what are we doing?
Because at the time of this recording, dear listeners and dear YouTube viewers, there's a big snowstorm that has hit the mid southern states of the U.S. and I'm right in the fucking middle of it. I'm cold. And I'm not from a normally cold state. I'm from Georgia. It's usually warm. Hell, some of my relatives have even told me that they got freaking temperatures in the 40s, 50s, and 60s last week.
Oh, wow.
That's just disgusting, okay? That's just disgusting. I haven't had a double-digit temperature until today. So
I hate it. I hate it. I'm freezing. I couldn't even get my car out this morning to go to work. My big boss had to come rescue me.
And finally, joining us just now is Sherlock.
Hello.
she's talking about Big Boss rescuing her, and all I can think of is somebody snuck up behind her, attached a weather balloon to her, and went. And that's how she got to work.
You know, that has got to be one of the most inefficient and ineffective ways to gather animals and supplies, because
And
if
people.
you're trying to do it clandestinely, one, it's very obvious. Two, someone's going to shoot it down. And three, most of those animals will probably be dead.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you all.
So, apart from
Thank
Fanny's...
Thank you for sciencing a video game. I appreciate it.
Hey,
Yes,
shut up.
we'll
I will
all do
science
this.
whatever the hell I want.
Yeah, you know what? I can't argue that because you and I scienced the crap out of Back to the Future 3 the one time, much to Trademark's dismay.
Yeah, y'all poke at science fiction, and I'm here holding the sign that has the word fiction underlined like 20 times. And then you explain a logic in a Disney movie, and I'm sitting there going, welcome to a Disney movie.
Hey, we leave Star Trek and Star Wars alone.
Yeah. It doesn't mean I forgive you
Who
for
is this-
poking
who
at
is
all
this
the
we
rest.
you're talking about. I don't leave it alone.
Anywho,
Anyway.
apart from Fanny's conniption fit about how fucking cold it is everywhere but here in Florida, how's everyone doing this week?
I am
tired.
listening to the dubiously great Will Wheaton
Ooh.
do an audiobook for me. It's called The Collapsing Empire by John Scalzi. It's a good book. If
Nice.
you've never read it.
I need to see more.
I like John Scalzi's work.
I need to see
Old
more
Man's
stuff
War
with.
stuff is fantastic.
I need to see more stuff with Will Wheaton. That's not him on Critical Role, always rolling nat ones.
Oh, he does a ton of audiobook work. So if you just want to listen to him, and he does a really good job at it. He does a ton of audiobooks.
It's like how Mara Wilson plays the faceless old woman who secretly lives in your home on Welcome to Night Vale.
Hey, we talked about why that's creepy.
Yeah.
That's creepy in my house.
Sorry, I'm on a Welcome to Night Vale kick again because that series is so good. It's just
I
so
have to
out
watch
there.
It or listen to it.
It's not watchable. It's a podcast.
Listen, it's a podcast. I know. I
Yeah.
have to listen to it.
Instead of
Yes.
endorsing better podcasts than this.
Thank you, Fanny.
We're generous that way.
As for me, on a similar tangent to Fanny's, the snowdrifts outside my house range from knee deep to probably about 5 3/4 feet deep.
Knee deep, or hey, is that a polar bear on my lawn?
More like, oh, okay, I can manage this. Oh my god, the Sarlacc pit!
Well, I have a quick.
And
Oop.
never mind that someone let my dog out and I had to go out on Tauntaun to try and find it.
Oh.
I thought those smelled bad on the outside. Wah wah.
The dog or the Tauntaun?
Both.
There you go.
Well, I've got a quick thing to plug in real quick. One YouTuber here by the name of Internet Historian. Good content, great content. Creates videos that are both entertainment and educational? Edutainment.
Question mark.
Edutainment. There you go.
He basically covers certain events like the infamous Fire Festival,
Oh God.
the Curse of the Olympic Torch, the stone that was covered with all of 4chan's memes and is now buried somewhere I can't even remember right now, and more recently, the Costa Concordia.
Ah, those were the days when we could just point and laugh at a shipwreck.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the thumbnail, and it's got poutine on it, and I'm like, why does it? I'm gonna have to watch it now to find out why he has poutine on that thumbnail.
Poutine? Are you talking about like
It's the
It's
French fries covered
yes,
with gravy, and they're sprinkling cheese curds on it.
yes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's basically it's almost the official food snack food of Ontario.
I thought
Canada.
I thought that was
Canada.
I thought that was spaghetti, and they were covering it with Parmesan because it was an Italian ship.
That could also be
that could also be. They look like French fries. They really do. and maybe it's just my eyeballs.
Maybe.
That's possible.
But yeah, if you're looking for a little bit of education with memes thrown in to spice things up, Internet Historian, great content. This will be the last 45-minute video that he'll be making, because those take forever to make, believe me. And he'll be switching to more 10-minute at max videos, so he can make them more often. So that'll be pleasant. I've missed seeing...
and more algorithm friendly.
Yeah. I've missed seeing consistent stuff from him. Really great stuff, and he's improved since the olden days of yore. Great shit. Really, really love it. Anywho...
If we're plugging internet people, our YouTubers, I would also plug anything by Simon Whistler. Okay, there's a guy named Simon Whistler who does the Today I Found Out channel. He does the a horrendously hilarious channel called Business Blaze, which is very memeable and very funny. Geographics, a whole bunch of channels by him. It's check him out when you get a chance.
So one last thing real quick, just to warm us up for the onslaught for tonight. Ah, boy. I thought we've seen the last of people putting Cheetos on things that don't need Cheetos.
Oh, God.
Last time we talked about Cheetos being put into sushi. Now we're talking about Cheetos-inspired wings.
Wings?
Wings.
Well, no.
That's not that
It's not a
unusual.
bad thing.
Yeah, that's
Like-
not as bad as the sushi.
It's fine. It's fine to go ahead and crunch up chips or other snack things that are crispy to make a breading for chicken. That's fine. That's normal. In fact, I know a lot of recipes where you can take like regular potato chips, crunch them up as small as you can, and then dip your chicken in it, and that's your crunchy breading.
I suppose.
Hell, a staple of Southern fried food is cornflakes.
Exactly. So using spicy Cheetos as the breading for your chicken wings, that's actually not a bad idea.
So this is a new deal that's going on with a place called Cosmic Wings. It's a virtual restaurant concept available exclusively via Uber Eats and made in nearly 1,300 Applebee's kitchens nationwide. And you can...
It's
I wonder why it's being promoted here.
I have no idea. None whatsoever.
It's totally not because the host of this show went to his job at Applebee's and saw that we're putting Cheetos on wings and went, what the fuck?
I mean, again, to be fair, it is not unusual to be loved by anyone.
Oh,
yeah, but it's not unusual to do this kind of stuff with fried food.
To wrap up the chicken wing thing succinctly, Cosmic Wings is doing this little... Fuck, I forgot the word. Promo. Gesundheit, I think. But yeah, they're doing a promo where they are offering free delivery on all orders $15 or more, including their chicken wings, through February 28th, 2021. So by the time this gets on YouTube, you'll probably have just a little bit of time left. But anyway, that is enough for the warm-up material. It's time to go on into the actual meat of this show. I'll go through the spiel.
It still sounds better.
You said meat. Now I'm going to have to pick up my phone and order some food. God damn it.
Yeah.
I'll go
Order
through.
Yeah, I mean, they
still
still sound a hell of a lot more appetizing than watching that Karen kind of reduce a bag of Cheetos into this pasty mush and then mixing it with Kraft mac and cheese.
Oh, God. That's disgusting.
Yeah, let's just
Yeah,
order
let's
the actual
not.
chicken wings and let's get one.
Yep. I'll go through the obligatory spiel real quick. Welcome to Trademark's Trainwreck, a show featured on Celestial Radio, a Phantom all the time. We collect all kinds of dumb news throughout the week, and then we talk about them and laugh at them. We're going to take a quick musical break in just a moment, and we'll be back with the softcore material. We'll take another break, and then we'll do the hardcore material. So, anything y'all want to talk about real quick, or shall we get this over and done with?
Let's move forward. I'm cold and I want to get into my blanket fort.
Is Taco Bell open? I get steak tacos. God damn it.
Order the
When is
Dorito
Taco
chill.
Bell ever not open?
Yeah, seriously, like they're one of the
that's a
few
good point.
places during the pandemic that insisted on staying open.
You know what? And I will give them credit because when other restaurants weren't taking it seriously, they had a tray, they had gloves, they had a partition up, okay, and they had masks. Okay,
And
so
then they had the
kudos,
taco kit.
right? And kudos to Taco Bell for doing all that extra effort. My wife with cancer appreciates that. So.
Well,
Furthermore, their beef is significantly leaner than other fast food things because the seasoning they use is water-based as opposed to fat-based.
Well,
Anyway.
I suppose on that note, we're going to take a quick break here on Trademark's Trainwreck, a show featured on Celestial Radio, a Phantom all the time, except when this episode is sponsored by Taco Bell.
No, it's
Fun.
not.
Not really.
No, we're not.
We're not.
Yeah. Hashtag not sponsored.
'Twas a joke.
Though I wouldn't necessarily mind the
yeah,
sponsor.
Hey, yeah, Taco Bell, if you're listening.
Fun fact, skirt steak does not have any skirt in it.
Welcome back,
Well,
passengers, to Trademark's Trainwreck on Celestial Radio, a Phantom all the time, except when, behind the scenes, my co-hosts lecture me on what the fuck skirt steak is.
You work in an Applebee's. You
Yes.
should know.
I don't. We don't mention specific steaks. We just go steak there. Steak cooked now. Put on plate. Feed people. We cavemen.
Next time you go to work, ask one of your chefs to give you a rundown when it comes to like different cuts of beef.
Oh boy. Anywho, moving on. Let us start with the first article for the night in the softcore material section. Oh boy. Do I even need to make a joke about this?
No, but you will.
No, but you will, yeah.
Well, no, there's the thing. I don't have to. The joke wrote itself. Man with not drunk avoiding potholes car sticker busted for drunk driving. And there we go. I pretty much don't have to say any more, but I will anyway because that's the name of the show. This happened the week of Tuesday, February 9th of 2021 in Clackamas County, Oregon.
Honestly, I was expecting Michigan because our state's roads are legendarily bad.
I know the feeling. A Portland man with a not drunk avoiding potholes car sticker on his Jetta was arrested on Saturday for driving drunk and backing into a patrol car during a traffic stop. Ooh.
Yep, that will.
That'll do it!
There's your
wow.
problem.
Well, yep.
Just before 11 p.m. on Saturday, a Clackamas County deputy saw a red Volkswagen Jetta that was coming up behind him and speeding. The deputy pulled over the Jetta, and when he started approaching the car, he called out to the driver to turn off his car. Instead, the driver didn't respond and rolled his car backward about 25 feet, only stopping when it hit the front of the deputy's patrol car.
When asked why he backed his car into the patrol car, the driver, Jeffrey Dwayne Cannon, 41, said, I didn't know that happened.
Are you sure it wasn't that specific accent there, Trade?
No.
It's a lot of liberties you're taking there.
I mean, yeah. Because all I can think of is, hey, what happened? The deputy could reportedly smell an alcoholic odor coming from inside of the car and saw an open can of Busch Light in Cannon's cup holder.
Ew.
Okay. No, I call bullshit. You can't get drunk on Busch Light. No, you can. It just sucks.
Cannon admitted to having a concealed pistol, a loaded Glock handgun in the car. When the deputy took Cannon's weapon, he later knows the gun did not have a serial number.
Well, that's not good.
No, it is not. After searching the Jetta, the deputy found several empty beer cans. There you go. And a baggie in the center console that allegedly contained cocaine.
Yeah, the FFL is or not that the ATF. Fuck that one up. The ATF is gonna want to have a talk with him about that firearm.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're gonna want to know where he got one without a serial number.
Yep. And if he says something like, "Oh, gun show," then they're gonna be like, "Tell us who you bought it from."
Mm-hmm. According to the sheriff's office, Cannon explained that he planned to have a party with a friend this weekend. The sheriff's office discovered Cannon was a convicted felon and his driver's license had been suspended. Deputies said Cannon rated himself as a 4 on a scale of 1 to 10, measuring how intoxicated he was. So basically they asked, "Are you feeling drunk tonight?" Nah.
Yeah, about a 4.
Yeah, pretty much.
About a 4.
His breath sample later measured 0.22% blood alcohol concentration. Psst, tell me, is that bad?
Okay, it gives us a percentage? Does it give us like a
I can't remember.
It doesn't give us like a blood alcohol content, no. So
see, that's all I know it by. I know alcohol blood percentage by volume. That's
let's
0.8.
Let's just agree that it was bad. I mean, given everything that led up to this little statistic.
Well, okay, let's put it this way: if it was if it was close to 30%, that's
okay. A 0.22, all right, is legally drunk. We know that.
Yeah,
okay?
because the legal drunk is 0.08, so 0.22. Good God,
yeah,
that's over twice the legal limit.
So here's alcohol.org, and they list a BAC of 0.20 to 0.29, stupor, confusion, feeling dazed and disoriented, common standing and walking may require help as balance and muscle control will have deteriorated significantly. Sensation of pains will change, so if you fall and seriously hurt yourself, you may not notice, and you're less likely to do anything about it. Nausea and vomiting likely to occur, and the gag reflex will be impaired, which could cause choking or aspirating, blah, blah, blah. Blackouts begin at this BAC, so you may participate in events that you don't remember. Okay, so he is, according to this chart, he is literally 2 steps away from like the super coma alcohol level. Because the next range is 0.30 to 0.39. And then at this point, you may be unconscious, blah, blah, blah. And then the one after that is 0.40 and over. This level may put you in a coma or cause sudden death. So he's pretty heftily drunk with a 0.22.
Yep. So, Cannon was arrested and is facing several charges, including felon in possession of a firearm, DUI, and possession of a controlled substance. His bail was set to $15,000. This guy is a fucking layer. He's a fucking criminal cake. It's like, at first it was like, oh, he's drunk. No, he's got a gun. No, he's got drugs.
Next, you're gonna tell me this isn't his car.
I am disappointed he didn't have any meth.
You and your fucking meth senses.
Hey, no, he didn't. He didn't set off the meth detector. I didn't.
Maybe.
I didn't go. That's got meth.
Maybe sometime soon within this episode you will. Next.
We haven't had an episode yet that hasn't had some sort of meth in it. Okay, and I'm pretty confident in saying that.
We'll see. I think Fanny will appreciate this next story.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. You remember that story you told us? I think it was either last week or the week before. With, Tweaker in the snow.
The wrong delivery.
Tweaker in the snow. Tweaker. It honestly sounds like a new type of redneck, like twangy folk song. Tweaker in the snow. Tweaker in the snow.
Yeah. Well.
Watch him go. He's just now.
Jesus. Well.
Again, you could make that. I still stand by the sign. You could make that lyric to Jingle Bells.
Maybe. But in this case, we have a pair of burglary suspects arrested after deputies. Finish that sentence. What did deputies do that led to the burglars being arrested?
Their tracks in the snow.
Ding, ding, ding.
Idiots!
Okay.
Come on, guys. Even Pongo had the idea to cover like the hundreds of puppy tracks from Cruella in the Snow with the branch. At least he tried.
A
cartoon dog tried.
Which, by the way, that branch thing isn't going to fool anybody who's an active tracker.
So this happened on Valentine's Day 2021 in Pierce County, Washington. A pair of burglary suspects were arrested early Saturday in Tacoma after deputies followed their footprints in the snow to track them down. Deputies with the Pierce County Sheriff's Department were called at 2:39 a.m. to the 3400 block of the 72nd Street East. When a deputy arrived at the scene, he saw two men fleeing, authorities said. Instead of running after the men, authorities checked the house first to determine if a possible crime had been committed. A detached garage had a broken window on a door, officials said. A K-9 unit was deployed and followed two sets of footprints in the snow, one leading from the garage to a church parking lot where a man was found hiding in a dumpster under a piece of cardboard. Genius!
They'll never find him.
My secret base. They'll never find me in here! The second set of footprints led deputies to a tree, where they called the second man to climb down. Climbed a tree.
This bullshit.
You fucking wet pants. Oh, this is...
You know what? With the amount of snow that fell on Washington that week, I'm kind of surprised they were even out. Because Washington got dumped on around that time.
Some people are desperate. Some people are just stupid. Hello, Nala.
Some cats
I
are
know. Some cats don't know when to shut up.
So, both of these idiots were arrested and booked into the Pierce County Jail for second-degree burglary and obstructing an officer. The man found in the dumpster was also booked for unlawful possession of a controlled substance. We have no idea what that controlled substance is because that's where the article ends.
It depends on the area. Some places are meth, some places are cocaine.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. This is Washington. This is Washington State, so it's probably something else. It's probably not meth.
This is cartoon bullshit. You two fucking idiots fell. You two fucking idiots got. I got nothing. This is. Giddy, you've been quiet for a while. You've got anything to add?
No, not really. It's just My
Killed him
my
with the
brain's
stupid.
broken.
He's still trying to get. He's still trying to jimmy the door of the train open so he can escape.
He's a broken man.
We're only on the second article, and this is weak sauce if you're trying to escape on this one.
No, you don't understand. It's not that his brain's broken over it being weak sauce. It's that it's so stupid.
Yeah, it's just why? Wait for the spring when the snow's gone.
George the Rabbit stupid. It's George the Rabbit's stupid. That's about what it is.
Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? Moving on. Oh, man. And the next... It doesn't get any better. It doesn't get any better. The stupid only gets worse from here on out, folks. Case in point. It's not the first time we've covered something like this on the Trainwreck, especially in the pre-YouTube days. But this shit keeps happening.
Why does it keep happening?
Convicted felon back in jail for carjacking teen 20 minutes after release.
Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Come on, open!
You only had one job. You had one
No.
job. Don't do what
Which
was
was-
your job originally, which was crime. Ah.
Exactly. Don't do it again. That's all I told you. Don't do it again and be better. You didn't do either of those things.
So this happened the week of February 16th.
This isn't Grand Theft Auto. This isn't one of those instances where you get shot by the cops, wake up outside the police station, maybe like $150 poorer, and then walk up to the first car that's driving by and jack it, and then go about on your merry little way.
So, like I said, this happened the week of...
You in 15 minutes.
Like I said, this happened the week of February 16th, 2021. A convicted felon was back behind bars just a few hours after he was released from jail. Marcus Goodman, who ironically was not a good man, 31 years old, was released from Spokane County Jail just after 10 p.m. on Saturday, February 13th. He then proceeded to allegedly carjack a 16-year-old girl about 20 minutes later. Good job!
Oh, God.
Just because she's a teenager doesn't mean she's stupid and won't call the cops.
Goodman confronted the teen about 1.5 miles from the jail, claiming he had a gun. He then ordered her out of the car before he drove away. Authorities began searching the area, and a patrol sergeant located the car around 1 a.m. and found Goodman sitting in the driver's seat. He was taken into custody and brought back to the Spokane County Jail, where he was booked on a felony charge of robbery in the second degree.
Moron! Absolute moron.
Some part of me says that this was done on purpose. Because maybe he doesn't have anywhere to go.
Might be institutionalized.
Yeah, this might be one of those stories, because unfortunately there are cases where people are so used to life in jail that in spite...
Well, it's not just that. If you don't have like a house to go to, like you don't have a home, you're homeless, okay? Then some of the homeless actually do their best to get picked up, by the police during winter.
Yeah.
Which is a sad reality because, at least in prison or in jail, they have a roof over their heads. They're in a climate-controlled building for the most part, and they get food every single day. As long as they behave well enough to not get their asses beat by other prisoners or by the guards, and as long as they still prove, that they don't belong outside, they can pretty much remain there forever, which is a sad thing that our society should not have, and that people should not reduce themselves to in order to have food and shelter.
Nope. Not at all.
I really say we should probably not get too much into the weeds on this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
this one. Yeah,
it
this
could
one's a
be-
big weed pile.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this could be what either institutionalization taking root,
Or
someone who has no place to go, or it could just be he's really fucking stupid.
yep.
That too.
I personally would like to believe that it's just this guy being a fucking idiot. Here's a quote from the Spokane Police Department from a press release. As officers investigated Goodman's activity, they became aware Goodman had been released from jail on an unrelated felony charge at 10:08 p.m. The investigation showed in 20 minutes Goodman had traveled the roughly 1.5 miles from jail to the incident location in Brown's Addition and robbed the juvenile victim. AKA shit we already knew. Just another case of guy goes to jail for being... guy goes to jail, guy gets out of jail, guy does a stupid thing, immediately goes back to jail. He's playing Monopoly in real life and landed on the go directly to jail square. After he got out of jail. Which is quite an accomplishment because those two are on opposing corners.
This is more an instance of him rolling double ones 3 times in a row.
Ooh. That's awful. Okay.
Monopoly, the game that ruins families and friends.
Oh, yeah. So, this is our last article for the softcore material for the night. And we're ending on a fucking weird note. Fucking weird one.
I'll be the judge of that.
Okay, judge away. Driver calls 911 after mistaking floating mannequin parts for human remains.
Heart was in the right place.
I'm not gonna judge him too harshly because
Yeah, I mean,
knows, because goodness knows, we have seen a lot of instances of a unattended package of some sort in airports with apparently buzzing contents.
Mm-hmm.
And when the bomb squad arrives to detonate it, they discover that it was a giant black vibrator.
Or when the sniffer dogs accidentally get to antsy around a package that is containing food rather than actual narcotics or bombs.
Yep. In this case...
Lay off my Fritos, dog.
In this case, authorities in California responded to a disturbing 911 call after a truck driver noticed what they thought were body parts floating in the water near the highway. When the officers arrived, they found multiple limbs and quickly realized they were from a mannequin. The first visual is, oh my gosh, and then you go, and then you kind of go, wait a second, there's a leg here, a leg there. That's a quote from Officer Reuben Jones with the California Highway Patrol. The Stockton branch of the California Highway Patrol had some fun with the discovery, joking on Facebook that the Stockton Kraken was responsible for leaving the body parts in the water. Here's their fucking...
The Stockton Kraken.
Here's their post. Here's their post, and I will say it in the appropriate voice. Legend has it that the Stockton Kraken was rejected thousands of years ago by the Princess Andromeda. Burdened with a broken heart, it is said that every Valentine's Day, the Kraken is released and wreaks havoc on Stockton, as his heart still bleeds with the love of the Princess Andromeda.
Not Irish enough.
Yeah.
I can't do Irish, so this'll have to do. This year was no different. You can see the remains of the Kraken's victims as they float lifelessly in the water. Beware the Kraken, for next Valentine's Day, you may be his next victim.
You know what? I gotta give the CHP credit for just running with it.
Yeah.
I really do.
I love that apparently Facebook fucking censored the post because they thought it was sensitive content which may show violent or graphic content. It's just mannequin parts in the water.
It algorithms as body parts. It algorithms as body parts. I mean, look at it. Of course it's going to censor that content.
Yeah. The department...
Also, this is what happens when you summon a Kraken, but don't give it a real body. You're gone. The fake body parts are left over.
So the department set the story straight on Facebook and clarified that nobody was killed and that the limbs were just plastic. This was just some mannequins out for a morning swim. We're not sure where these mannequins came from or how they got in the water, but have no fear. No mannequins were injured or killed in the making, creating, or writing of this post, the department explained. The mannequins were removed from the water to prevent other concerned motorists from calling 911. Officials said they do not know who dumped the mannequins in the water and do not expect to find the culprit. Without any cameras in the area, it would be almost impossible, so we just chalk it up to one of those things where you go only in Stockton, said Jones.
I you know what? I'd hate to be the municipal maintenance guy, who gets the order to clean that up. He's like, you want me to clean what? Out of a pond? What?
I think what gets me more than anything else is that, unless I'm mistaken, all the limbs are legs.
All the limbs in the photograph.
All the limbs in the one photograph we have. Let me see if I can... Aha! I believe we have... Oh, yeah, there's more. I'll probably use this as I'm gonna mute that site before the audio starts playing. Yeah, there's more. There are more parts.
Figured they'd be.
Let me just share this with my co-host.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
There you go. Yeah, there were full mannequins in there. There were full mannequins. There we go. That's more like it. Okay. Just only in Stockton, I guess. Only in Stockton. Okay.
Gotta love the mannequin that's face down with butt in the air and it's missing a leg.
God damn it.
Man, I've had quite a day. I've had quite a day like you wouldn't believe.
Yep, that's me. I bet you're wondering how I got into this one.
Okay. So
no, I know what this is. This was an episode of Doctor Who versus the Autons.
This is what Unit did after that episode. They just dumped them in the water.
This honestly kind of reminds me of an actual creepy occurrence that takes place in the East Coast, of feet just randomly appearing on the shore.
Oh yeah, I actually know why that is.
I know what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah. I listened to another podcast called "And That's Why We Drink," and that's apparently because let's just say people who go missing in the ocean, they don't have to untie their shoes.
Yeah.
All right, let's get away from the morbidity.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Why do you think I phrased it that way? Moving on.
Moving right along.
I think that's the perfect time to do our second and final musical interlude. So, brace yourselves, folks. It only gets dumber and weirder from here on out. In the meantime, you're listening to Trademark's Trainwreck, a show featured on Celestia Radio, all fandom all the time. Except when it's... Release the Kraken!
Why the hell does she get to go off and I don't?
Because
she wasn't trying. She fell asleep and fell off the train.
Yeah, I mean, you notice that we're not going back for it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, to be fair, trains don't typically come with a reverse option. And if they do, it takes a long-ass time to get there, so why put in that extra
No,
effort?
they all have reverse options.
They all have reverse. It's just you have to stop first.
Yeah,
You got to stop the train
And
and
this
then set it
train-
into reverse.
This train doesn't stop.
we have a strict
No.
schedule, goddammit. Anyways, welcome back,
And
folks.
there's no way we're gonna reverse anything we've done on this show.
Nope.
It's all permanent.
Who's driving this thing, Mr. Bones?
Excellent. No, Smithers is.
Anyway.
Bones, not Burns.
Bones.
Oh,
Bones.
Excuse me.
Although I can see Mr. Burns driving this train.
Smithers, shovel more coal. Anyway.
Yes, sir.
But sir, this is a diesel. Do as I say.
Anyway. Like I was saying, welcome back, everyone, to Trademark's Trainwreck on Celestia Radio, all fan all the time. As you no doubt have noticed, the fangirl had to leave. So, we are short one co-host for the rest of the show. Nothing serious, just some, My brain just stopped, so I'm going to edit it. My brain just stopped, so I'm just going to say, she just had to go. So, anywho...
Now that sounds even worse. She just had to go.
Now you're just saying that she might be an incontinent or something. I mean, seriously.
Or that we tossed her off the train. She had to go.
Yes, she has to go.
She had to go.
She'll be back. Maybe. Anyway, with enough...
If she's unlucky enough.
Anyway, enough stalling. It's a shame that Fanny has left for the night, because this next article could be could very much be up her alley. I've thrown this article in with a pinch of salt because the subject matter for this article was never named, so I don't know if this is real. If it is, then yay. If it isn't, then oh well. But it's a funny story nonetheless, so I'm gonna tell it anyway. Because everyone's complaining about how cold it is, including this guy, who may or may not exist. New Jersey man. That was a terrible accent. He set fire to his lawn to get rid of snow and ice. You know what gets...
The theory is sound, but execution...
If you encounter a particularly rough patch of ice or snow while shoveling this winter, don't reach for a can of gasoline like a Midland Park man did this past Friday.
Oh,
Why, oh.
that was my next idea for the next snowfall.
Please.
$39 like I did on Amazon.
Hmm.
You could buy a mini flamethrower and take on the snow now.
So police and...
See, like, I'm guessing now what this guy did was a little wrong because, flamethrowers don't... You're not dropping napalm on the snow. Flamethrowers are just, like, fire, and you're,
It's a fire gun.
melting the snow, so...
Yes.
Yeah.
So police and firefighters responded to the man's home on Patterson Avenue, where he had set a small fire to try and melt the snow and ice. Once the fire department arrived, they called the Bergen County Hazmat Unit, who used the Speedy Dry to sop up the gas. Speedy Dry.
It's similar to cat litter.
Oh.
Yeah.
The man.
It's oil dry by any other name is what it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
The man, whom police would not name, there's that red flag I was warning about, had poured about a half-gallon of gasoline on a gravelly 2-foot by 2-foot square section of his backyard. He thought it was a good idea to, He thought a good idea would be to dump some gasoline and, Fuck. Shut up, take 3. He thought a good idea would be to dump some gasoline on and light it on fire, Police Lieutenant John Gibbons told the local news. A neighbor called the police after smelling something burning around 7:35 p.m. Something's burning. If you get that joke, yay. I don't recall ever being dispatched to something like that, Gibbons said. It's not very common, let's put it that way. And that's the end of the article.
I mean, okay, look. It's not the smartest idea the way he did it, but execution's bad. But people do clear snow with fire.
This is exactly what I have posted in the chat. Okay, because I have ordered one of these, and these are technically what they call weed burners. All right, that use propane, but they are also used for clearing snow and ice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
And they're this one's $29.99. You know, these are not expensive items, and you can reuse this as opposed to a gallon of gas that you're never going to get back.
Yeah, and really, this is more about the environmental hazards posed by just putting a half gallon of gasoline straight into the ground, because that stuff will seep into groundwater, and then it's a bad time for everybody.
Yeah.
Also, if any of you out there have ever started anything with gasoline, like being stupid enough to put gasoline on like a campfire that you want to start or whatever, you know how quickly that flares up. Okay? Yep. So basically what this guy did is he flambéed his lawn and probably set his eyebrows on fire.
Probably. Maybe. I mean, just watch those videos of them good old boys out in Oklahoma burning a pile of leaves.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Anyway, but yeah, I mean, especially in regions where people get snow on the reg, you see these types of things all the time. Hell, one of my neighbors has one of these things that Gray posted to deal with his weeds.
Yep.
And I saw him a little while ago busted out for this huge snowstorm to melt some of the ice off his sidewalk.
Yep.
I don't get it. From what you say, it's not uncommon, but I still don't get it. Don't get me wrong. I would like to use fire as a weapon. I would like to use fire as a tool. But I don't want to fuck around with fire. Especially...
This isn't fucking around. This is a controlled thing. Okay? It literally is... Think of
the torch is, but not the thing that the guy did on his lawn.
Oh, no. This is stupid. This is pure stupidity on his
part. Like there are two ways to use fire. You can make the propane weed torch and use it like tool, or you can just go willy-nilly and go, I'm gonna burn shit. Just...
In all fairness, he wouldn't be the first person to go, well, I'm gonna burn shit.
Wait for spring. Wait for spring if your other idea is, I'm gonna throw gasoline on my lawn, throw a match, and wait. Wait for spring.
Mrs. Greymane won't let me move anywhere more.
Wait for spring!
Damn it.
Wait for
spring. Spring isn't here fast enough!
Wait!
Today was the first time I had double digits in 2 weeks. It was actually 22 degrees out this morning, or this midday.
That's Fahrenheit, by the way.
Fahrenheit, yes.
We're American, we don't use Celsius. Anyway.
No, we use Alexa. Alexa, what's 22 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius? There you go.
Anywho, we move on to... last week we talked about someone dicking around in one car. Now we're talking about someone dicking around in multiple cars.
When you say dicking around...
Yeah, you're going to have to be more specific, because that's like a really generic term.
Well, in this case...
That's like the British term of mucking about.
Well, that one would be accurate. Either way, we're talking about Warren police, who are searching for a man who pooped in unlocked cars at auto shops.
Oh, that's nasty.
I would be furious.
Ew.
I would want to hunt that man down.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you do that on a seat, and it can affect like the coating of the seat. If it's a leather seat, even worse. That's just not cool.
Now, having been in a car where a creature had, shall we say, lost
Defecated.
control of their erectile sphincter, I know that is not a very fun experience.
Obviously not.
It's going to be a long story, and we'll get into weed territory. Suffice to say, my aunt had a dog that was near the end of its life,
Oh.
and rather than we were on the freeway when it made a mess in the back seat, and initially, the way I remember it, anyway, there was sort of a, the hell is that smell? And it didn't necessarily. I don't remember if she was in denial initially, but once it hit, oh boy, we made for the first off ramp so she could try and clean it up. Needless to say, we drove the rest of the way with all the windows open.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's talk about a human being who did all this. This happened the week
Thankfully,
of...
this guy did this in winter, not summer.
This happened the week
Go
of
ahead.
February 13th, 2021, where employees at 2 different Warren auto shops were shocked when they realized a random man pooped in cars that belonged to customers. Warren police told the local news that they're on the lookout for a man who pooped in unlocked cars at Mr. Friendly Auto Service and Twins Tire Service. The man first struck at Mr. Friendly Auto Service in November, which is located at 23677 Van Dyke Avenue. The manager, Chris Phillips, told the local...
712-5.
The manager, Chris Phillips, told local news after they realized someone used their customer's car as a bathroom, and so he checked the security cameras. According to the local news, the security footage showed the man grabbing sanitary napkins, opening a customer's van, and pooping inside it. The man came back again in January, but kept his pants on that time. The second incident happened February 3rd at Twins Tire Service, located at 20911 Van Dyke Avenue. An employee at Twins Tire Service said they were fixing a van with electrical problems, so the vehicle couldn't lock properly. The employee said, although it was unsettling, the poop froze due to cold temperatures.
Oh my god.
He was
You know
able
what? All
to.
I can say-
He was
Go ahead.
able to shovel it out of the car, which was slightly an easier cleanup. Go on, Gray.
Oh
know what?
god, I think I know the area.
You know what? As someone who has had to clean up a dirty diaper in summer in a car, okay, when you can't stop to clean up your kid immediately because you're on the highway, this is, be glad it's winter. Be glad he did this in winter. Okay.
God damn it, I knew it.
Go on, QD, dish.
Warren, Michigan is one of the many, many, many suburbs that have since been subsumed in the greater Detroit area.
Mm-hmm.
It largely started off as a Levitt town and has since become, just another neighborhood, if you will. And Van Dyke runs right through it, so
It's basically one of the long main roads. in
one of
this
the
little-
long main drags, yeah. And Van Dyke is basically a freeway, so this is just like one of those little off-ramp areas. Ah, man. And the reason why I know it's Warren so well is because because I had family that used to live there. So,
Ah,
ugh.
be it ever so humble.
But yeah, no, if I was the recipient, if I was one of the customers this happened to, I would have gotten the manager to be like, show me this tape.
Mhm.
Show me the face of this man. I'm going to find him.
I'm not going to sue
You
you.
do not fuck with my car.
I'm not going to sue you. And if you clean the car up free of charge, which they did, I'll be fine. Just show me the tape.
I need to know this man's face.
On February 3rd.
No, he doesn't live there. He has family that does.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, so it's a relative.
Okay, so Twins Tire Service also caught the man's license plate on its security footage. Warren police are still investigating the instance.
You have his face and his plate number. Go pick him up.
Easier said than done, apparently.
Who drives a car? Who drives a car to a certain place, poops, and then leaves? Okay, that's
Well, Gray. You're gonna have to be more specific when you say who takes a car, drives somewhere, poops, and leaves. That's everybody who's ever been on a long road trip and sees a 7-Eleven.
You know what I mean, though. It's like I could get it if it were some homeless guy pooping in cars. Okay, I could get that. But they have a license plate number and the guy drove away. So this is a guy who drove to these places to go poop in these cars and then drove away. So, okay, first of all, why didn't you catch him? He's in a car. Okay, they're easy to track down. Second, who does that? Okay, he had to premeditatively get out of that car, go poop in a vehicle, get back in the car, and then leave. Okay, why didn't he go to a McDonald's? Why didn't he go to a McDonald's? You know, you can pretty much poop for free. You know,
I get the feeling there's a vendetta between these two places.
Yeah, this sounds like a disgruntled customer, like Shirley said.
Maybe. Either that or a former employee who used to work at both locations but sucked.
Well, that's a possibility too.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of people who suck, I'm trying to think of a clever segue, but I got nothing. Take a shot, folks. I got nothing. I am not witty when it comes to segues, because sometimes the fucking headlines for these things are too extraordinary.
Company replaces toilet paper with corn cobs.
No. Woman attacked sister with EpiPen.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah.
That's
everyone's fine, but at the same time, ow. This happened the week of February 12th, where a Florida woman... Hey, we got there in the end.
I was waiting for it. Yeah, we finally got there.
Hey, we got a picture?
Yeah, we do.
And of course, we got a mugshot. It's Florida.
Here we go. So while
Meth alert! Meth!
Jesus.
I don't know.
Look at that face.
She's not smiling enough. It could be
and her cheeks aren't
use.
Yeah, her cheeks aren't sunken either.
No, but also look at her face. So her face looks all leathery, completely leathery. Okay, her hair's disheveled. I'm gonna guess meth.
Well,
Could
we'll
be
see.
opiates.
We'll see in just a minute.
Opiates would be another one.
We'll see in just a minute. Let me tell my story. A Florida woman who repeatedly stabbed her sister with an EpiPen told cops that she was, quote, allergic to drunks, and was simply trying to sober up the victim.
Oh my god. Wow.
I mean, A for excuses, but...
Yeah, seriously.
So, this is Joanna Zielinski, 62. Her sister...
Okay, age.
Her sister is Laura, 64. They were both drinking on February 11th in their Naples home when Laura went to sleep on the couch. Joanna, cops allege, quote, stayed up and consumed more alcoholic beverages and narcotics.
Okay. It's
Double whammy!
not so much meth as other hard drugs. Like
could be anything at this point. But
We'll see.
I'm also gonna say opiates because it's the easiest form of heroin to get a hold of for a 64-year-old woman.
Oh, there you
Well,
go.
62.
Right.
This is Joanna
Oh,
we're
my
talking
bad.
about. 62.
62.
Either
62,
way.
excuse me.
At some point, Joanna went crazy and attacked Laura with an EpiPen, stabbing her with it multiple times. The epinephrine injector. Did I say that right?
Epinephrine.
Thank you. The injector was used to counter severe allergic reactions. No duh. When questioned by Naples Police Department officers, Joanna said, I'm allergic to drunks, so I injected her with the EpiPen so she wouldn't be drunk anymore. What's the big deal? The injector.
I mean, again, it's a beautiful excuse. I gotta give her kudos for that.
A for effort. The injector, Joanna said, was prescribed to her. EMS workers conducted a medical evaluation of Laura since she was, quote, worried about the implications of being injected with an EpiPen when she had no allergies and has no medical use for the device.
It's fine. It's
well, you say
epinephrine is basically it doesn't do anything besides keep your heart beating.
Yeah, but here's the thing: it can cause a heart issue. Okay.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it can cause a heart issue if you've got like severe heart problems. It's basically a mild form of a mild shot of adrenaline.
Yeah, but not in those pens. Those pens are designed with large amounts of epinephrine because they're designed for people in anaphylactic shock. Okay, and if you don't overload the body with epinephrine under those conditions, the person will die. Okay, because they can't breathe.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of epinephrine in those pens is medically dangerous to anybody, regardless. Okay, even if you're having an anaphylactic thing and you're fine after you get the EpiPen, you still need to go to the doctor. Okay, so if she had injected, which I note that EMS workers conducted a medical evaluation of Laura since she was worried about the implications of being injected with the EpiPen and she had no allergies.
Oi, don't do my job.
Yeah, medical personnel determined that no medication was injected. Okay, so she didn't get it, so she was very, very lucky. Otherwise, she would have been in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's it's dangerous because of the amount of it. If it were a small amount, okay, it wouldn't be effective. Okay, but it's a large amount, so it is effective. But when you don't have the problem, it's like over revving an engine.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, it really puts the screws to the heart and a bunch of other things. Now, here's a fun fact: if she wanted to remove, the alcohol from Laura's system, she should have put oxygen on her, an oxygen mask. Okay, because if you oxygenate, and anybody who has done a rotation in an ER, knows this. All right, you can go in drunk as all hell, and with about 20 minutes of pure oxygen in the body, you can oxidize most of the alcohol out of your system.
Well, gosh, Gray, I'll go down to the local Walmart, get myself a gas mask and a tank, and I'll have that done in 10 minutes.
There are people that do this.
Yeah, but you get like the headache. Nastiest. You get the nastiest hangover.
You do. You absolutely do.
Anywho, despite all of this good fortune of not having the medication injected into her, she was left with a large welt on her right thigh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Joanna was arrested for domestic battery and booked into the Collier County Jail on the misdemeanor count. She is scheduled to be arraigned on March 1st.
Oh boy. Well, I'm glad everyone's okay, but still, this is probably one of the most amusing excuses I've ever come across.
Mhm.
Wow. Yeah.
This also reminds me of this really crazy new service that I just saw on advertisements downtown where I live, like nearby. It's basically a mobile IV service. So there are these guys who are trained to, hook you up to an IV, and they started their own business where if you call them and like you're dehydrated or hungover, they will come to you, hook up an IV, and just kind of let you sit there for a few minutes while you get all these fluids directly into your bloodstream.
Mm.
Wow.
So
I have to.
So they give you a saline solution to basically get your electrolytes back up, and then they're on their way.
Yeah, pretty much.
I would have to wonder what their licensing is to do that. But that's actually really kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I was curious too, but like their flyers have been up for a while. I'm like, these guys, no one's stopped them. Okay, cool. I'll remember this next time I've got the worst hangover of my life. I mean, it's okay for the sense of like people who get severely dehydrated in Arizona, even in my neck of the woods on the side of a mountain, that happens. We're in a desert. People really, especially in the summer, really underestimate how hot it can get up here, and you can get dehydrated really fast, even in the city. So this is a good thing to have. I mean, I know that EMTs and hell, even animal rescue does that if somebody calls 911 and the EMT comes by, they'll just straight hook you up right there on the side of the road to get some electrolytes in your system if you're dehydrated to point of death.
Mm-hmm. Anywho.
Anyway.
We're straying
Moving
into
right
the
along.
weeds a little bit. We've got one final article, and this one kind of came right the fuck out of nowhere. I had a final article all ready to go, but Fanny, before we started recording, went, "Hey, we got an update on this situation," and I went, "Oh, I already updated it. I already updated it for the previous episode," and she went, "No, there's a copycat." And I went, "What?"
Who would copycat this?
Bring me the link, girl.
Anyway.
I need the sauce. Give me that sauce.
So for those who weren't here last week we covered something that infuriated me quite a bit, but had a happy ending in the end. We talked about one Tessica Brown, aka the Gorilla Glue Girl. To put it succinctly, this girl ran out of hair product and thought, instead of going out to purchase more, or simply going without it for the day, she thought the next best thing would be to put Gorilla Glue in her hair. And then a month later, she realized she was in deep shit. That was about the time that she got a shit ton of money on a fucking GoFundMe or whatever for surgery, and then a surgeon with a background in chemistry in Beverly Hills did a surgery free of charge on her, and she can finally put her hands through her hair, and she's happy again. You would think the lesson after all of that would be to not put Gorilla Glue in your goddamn hair. Well, TikTok user slammed for spraying Gorilla Glue on her hair after Louisiana mom went viral for using the adhesive as hairspray.
Oh my god.
We've got a copycat. Okay, this is a long one, so bear with me. As I said, this is a TikToker who is being accused of spraying her hair with Gorilla Glue for clout and money after she went viral for using the permanent adhesive to set her hairstyle. Avani Reese, 20, has claimed that she, quote, accidentally sprayed Gorilla Glue in her hair and can't remove it. This is just days after 40-year-old Tessica Brown traveled to Los Angeles to have her $12,500 dollar procedure done to get the glue dissolved from her head. Reese has posted numerous TikToks about her being her beauty conundrum, starting with a video of her trying to comb her cropped pink hair, which is just fucking caked in a layer of glue. Like, it's obvious. It's like paper mache. "You guys, my hair will not comb," she said, gasping multiple times as she patted her head. "Y'all, I really tried wetting it." It's got more than 1.3 million views, but people have a hard time believing it was just another accident. "You knew this would happen. Don't pretend you didn't, you clout chaser," one person wrote. While another responded, "People will do anything for a bit of money." Reese, who has a ton of followers, I'm not giving specific numbers because fuck that. She posted numerous follow-up videos of herself going to the hospital and trying at-home remedies to remove the glue, just like Brown did for the last month. "I'm on my way to the hospital right now. My scalp is burning," Reese said in one clip. "I need to go to the hospital so they can remove the Gorilla Glue. I have no idea what to do. I tried washing it. It doesn't come out." In another video,
This woman has the most cleft chin I've ever seen. Gaston would be jealous.
I love that that's the takeaway. She's got Gorilla Glue in her hair, and you're like, "Oh, her chin."
Well, I mean, we've already established she's pretty damn stupid.
Yeah. Reese said one of the healthcare workers who was treating her at the hospital... Actually, all of the healthcare workers treating her were...
Who's like Gaston is a fool like Gaston. Sorry, it took me a minute to come up with the lyrics.
Jesus. Anyway, the healthcare workers were confused and didn't really know what to do. Let's see.
Well, it's acetone. Acetone's the only thing that can really dissolve this kind of shit.
We've been over this, Shirley. If you pour acetone onto someone's head because it's got Gorilla Glue on it, it'll actually burn the scalp and make the glue gooey, but then it'll actually harden, and removing it is not easy, even with acetone.
Yeah, well, it's fucking Gorilla Glue. Although somebody did make a really hilarious joke about the situation. And, I mean, I feel bad for, like, the people who are going through this. Like, it's probably pretty painful, but somebody made a really funny joke. So you've seen the new discount hair product with Gorilla Glue. Now see the discount Brazilian wax.
Ooh.
Oh.
For context, everyone, Shirley just put a picture of permanent Gorilla Tape in our Discord chat. Ooh. Nasty. Anywho, I just got out of the hospital and they did nothing for me. Look at my hair, Reese scribed, saying she was advised to try olive oil, tea tree oil, or coconut oil to remove the glue, or shave her hair off.
Yeah,
the last one.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
I mean, you've already got like the Sinead O'Connor look going. You might as well just shave your head.
And of course, no one was surprised when Reese said, "Oh, I'm thinking of starting a GoFundMe page." Let's see. What other information have we got?
You know, I was reading this article and I saw about the guy who thought the Gorilla Glue girl, the first one, was lying, so he like glued a plastic cup to his face. See, at least he thought she was lying and he was trying to disprove it. No, this TikTok girl is she's just looking for money.
I love this quote.
Cloud chaser.
Reese begged her followers for help in one video saying, "I don't know what to do. This was an accident. I didn't mean to put Gorilla Glue in my hair." Oh, really? You didn't mean to, huh? You didn't mean to watch the Tessica Brown videos, grab the can of Gorilla Glue, and then spray and pray? Huh? You didn't mean to? You didn't mean to.
You fucking meant to.
Not buying it.
So she's continued to, as the article says, play up her plight, while posting numerous TikToks of herself awkwardly combing through matted hair and trying various products to remove the glue. She even shared a makeup tutorial with Bruno Mars's hit Gorilla playing in the background.
Oh, Bruno Mars should sue you.
10-1. 10-1. I'm betting money that she'll put up a GoFundMe, get money, and then just shave her head and not have to go to the doctor and keep the money. That's my call on this one.
I wouldn't take that bet. That's too obvious.
So Reese never actually shared a link to her GoFundMe page, but she claimed to raise enough money to travel to LA to get surgery like Tessica Brown. She even alleged that one person generously donated $3,000 to help her. It's her mother.
Bullshit.
I'm betting it's her mother. You guys know it's definitely been a journey with this Gorilla Glue. It's been crazy. So thank you so much, she said.
You know, after the Tide Pods and the hot water challenge, I thought the internet sensationalism couldn't go and it couldn't seep any deeper. Like, what are we going to see next in the next 5 years? Kids actually shooting each other? Be like, this is the new internet meme challenge. You know,
it's called Say Cheese.
Russian roulette. This is the new internet thing. We're bringing back the Russian roulette, everyone.
Oh man, and there's more. There's more fucking info. Let's see if there's anything actually relevant. Anything that's actually relevant to this whole situation. TikTok actually put warnings on some of Reese's videos saying the action in this video can cause serious injury. No shit. Here we go.
Well, they have to, because she's using their platform.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh no. So despite the warnings by both Tessica Brown and Gorilla Glue, Tessica Brown's viral story has inspired a dangerous Gorilla Glue challenge. It's unclear, though, as to how or why the adhesive spray ended up in Reese's hair.
We know why.
Last week, Len Martin, who was originally from Louisiana, ended up in the emergency room after taking on the challenge. So there's more than one copycat!
No, see, this is the guy I was talking about, because according to what he's saying, he says it's bullshit. He said he's calling Miss Brown like a liar. So he's basically doing it to prove that it wasn't real, and then he glues a fucking cup to his face.
And then he realized he made a horrible mistake. I thought that chick with the Gorilla Glue was making the story up, but no, it's real. I don't know why I tried it. No, now they talking about cutting the tip of my lips off in surgery. Y'all pray for me, SIC.
Oh,
you can't see it.
Comments on this article.
Yeah.
What are the comments?
We need comprehensive Gorilla Glue laws now.
Yeah. You guys couldn't see it, but I was doing the Picard double face palm. Because, like, I thought that when I talked about this last week, I thought that when I made that update talking about how Tessica got her happy ending, I thought that when I uploaded that episode to Celestia Radio and YouTube, I thought that would be it. But
Yeah,
no, humanity never fails to mesmerize me with how fucking inept it is.
This is why I keep having less and less faith that we're going to get to the Star Trek that Gene Roddenberry envisioned, because you people keep doing shit like this.
Yeah, just
Miss Brown I will forgive, because there's certain cheats that that African American people of color do with hair, and they put like Elmer's glue in their hair to get it to stay flat. She probably thought it would be the same thing, not realizing Gorilla Glue is fucking ridiculously adhesive. So yeah, that one I'll forgive. Not this. Not these two.
I have to say this again. I have to fucking say this. Granted, I said this first during the pre-YouTube days, so the fact that I'm saying this on the post-YouTube days, this is fitting. People, stop doing viral challenges. Stop trying to drink boiling water, stop trying to eat Tide Pods, and stop trying to spray Gorilla Glue on your hair! Do I really have to say this shit?
There are other ways to get viral and do viral challenges without endangering your life.
Make
Okay.
content! Put effort into your content! Do shit that you like that won't result in you fucking dying!
Have you ever heard of
Sasquatch?
Yeah, go do that. Make an amateur video of you going to the Pacific Northwest and hunting Sasquatch.
Make
That'll be
a
fucking gold.
make a fucking like a subpar like fan film or like a little movie. I don't know.
Go attempt a speed run on a video game and then post your failure.
Do a
and
let's
laugh about
play. Do like become a YouTube animator. Like YouTube animators are fucking famous. Look at fucking Ice Cream Sandwich, Dingo Doodles, and Jaden Animations. Shameless plug.
You know what? And I'll point out that you don't even have to be a super good animator to do YouTube animation. Okay, because there's a ton of them that have great stories. Okay, but the animation is, well, this is what you get because I don't know how to draw.
Yeah.
Look at Cyanide and Happiness.
Cyanide and Happiness, yep.
So
There's one of them.
Anyway, into the weeds. But
Into the
yes,
weeds, yes.
people
Into the
stop.
weeds.
Please stop.
just stop it. Stop it with these dumb ass challenges. If one person did it and said don't do it, that's your hint to not fucking do it.
If your life requires a challenge, there are plenty of other things out there that you can do, okay, that one, won't fucking screw up your life, okay, like this, okay, and two, maybe won't kill you, okay? But there's tons of other things you could do. Tons. Literally tons.
There are tons. Okay, I'm done. We're done for
Go buy a
tonight.
free sailboat.
We're done for tonight.
Seriously.
We're fucking done. I'm
Yeah,
pulling the
this
brakes
is-
on this shit. Oh god, that's another episode of the Trainwreck in the bag, and surprise, surprise, even I'm fucking agitated at the end of this one.
Oh,
I'll
but you
go
weren't
unlock
planning
the
to
door,
share this one.
QD.
Hmm?
Here, QD, I'll unlock the door for you.
I said to Trade, you weren't planning on this ending. You had
No,
something
this
else
was
in
a
mind.
fucking
No,
gift
you-
that Fanny gave me, and she didn't even stay for this one. Anywho,
That's okay.
that's another episode of Trademark's Trainwreck in the bag. The person currently running and screaming is qdHazen.
Boy's got some lungs on him.
And we have also had RandomGreymane.
Boy, 6 feet of snow and he's still tunneling through it at speed. I'm impressed.
And Sherlock.
Have a good night, folks.
We also had the fangirl with us for the first half of the show. Nice to have her here. Alright, our theme song, as always, was created by Marivex, and our banner art was created by Court Awesome. You can not only find their social media in our description, but you can also find the social media for all of my co-hosts, as well as all the links for the articles that we discussed in the description below. So with that, my name is Trademark. Good night, and stop putting Gorilla Glue in your hair!